Yeah, it started.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
hi
you.
everyone. Just wanted to know, yeah, everyone of your knowledge related to LWC. How comfortable you are with LWC? Because LMS is the, I can say, the last part of LWC.
Honestly speaking, but not very so much confident on LWC right now. But Devajita, I am practicing, and
Mm.
there is one problem like where to when to use what element. Uh, this problem occurs to me.
That's fine. That's uh,
Uh,
with
so uh,
time, with hands-on, you will get. But you have the basic knowledge at least related to about LWC, right?
yeah,
Like the
this purpose,
components.
I think
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay. Next, Dipanjan.
Hi, good morning.
Good
Yeah, I am
morning.
a little bit comfortable in LWC. I have done some little things in LWC as of now. I am very comfortable in Apex. Like the JS part, I have been like out of touch for a long time, but now I'm catching up. I have
Uh,
done a project
okay,
also.
okay, but
Yeah,
but
so I'm
you
okay
are
with
much like
LWC.
LWC basics of LWC is clear, right, for you?
Yes, yes, yes.
How the component loads, how to connect, call server side, or maybe call methods from JavaScript, HTML of HTML part of it, all of those stuffs like you are like aware of, right?
Yes, yes, I'm aware. I'm
Mm.
a little weak on the HTML part because most of the times I had to Google what components to use and the classes to use. I am not
Uh,
very
that's
comfortable with the
absolutely
HTML
fine.
part.
It's
But
no,
okay,
that's that that's absolutely fine. I'm not saying that you have to um, like very proficient on writing the LWC component, but at least the expectation is you should have the basic knowledge about LWC. So apart like that is
yes, yes,
needed
I do.
to in
I
order
do.
to understand LMS. Yeah, yeah. And Susaban and Dipanjan, you both are same situation. Like basics are clear, right?
Yes, the basic is clear, and at present I am practicing the previous classes.
Mm.
The code which is written in JavaScript, that is, I am not very familiar with JavaScript. HTML and CSS is okay, but I understand the code, what is written, and how to call these things, how to call the Apex code from the front end side.
Mm.
Except JavaScript, everything is fine.
Okay, okay, okay. So again, I'll take maybe 5-10 minutes related to LWC and all. Then I will go to LMS to just to make sure you are all are com- comfortable. Like if anything, anything is not clear, maybe I'll try to few major parts of LWC first, basic parts. So first thing is why LWC? That is the any one of you know why LWC? Why in today's world in Salesforce everyone is talking about LWC? Uh, that's fine.
Yeah,
So before, yeah,
previously,
yeah,
sales. Please, please.
yeah. Go on. No, no, go on, go on.
Yeah,
You were saying
before
something. Go
like
ahead.
yeah, regarding why LWC previously, Salesforce had been developing languages like uh, Visual Force, then the Aura, and to like make it more compatible with the standard that is ESS6, I guess, or WS6. I forgot the name of the standard. They make their own framework LWC, which is predominantly used nowadays to make the Salesforce components, which is much compatible with the environment.
Yeah, yeah. So LWC nothing was it's mostly focused on UI part of Salesforce. Backend is handled by still from the beginning of the day till today it's Apex only. But earlier to LWC or Aura it was Visual Force page to build any to communicate from UI with end users. But that was not user friendly in with respect to mobile. Not only user friendly, it was not at all compatible that much from with mobile the Visual Force page. So then Salesforce come up with Lightning design, Lightning, and then they on Lightning they are using Aura. But the problem with Aura was Aura framework was it's not a native application to Salesforce. It Aura was there from long time, but Salesforce just used this to use this one to make sure the UI is much more compatible and user friendly from with respect to mobile also. But the problem was as Aura was not a native application, so the communication between Aura components with server side or say Apex methods, those are difficult. Those are not straightforward to pass any values or anything. It was the communication between other parts of Salesforce was not easier. Then Salesforce come up with LWC Lightning Web Component. That this is a Salesforce own product, own application, native application. So the communicate with LWC components, it's very easy, much more easier. It supports the LWs, the lightning styles with much ease and all. And again, it's very much easier to build the UI on with respect to mobile also. So that's why LWC came in. But when the time LWC came into picture, already there are projects, whole application built on Visual Force page or built on Aura application. Now LWC here. So the problem is most of the applications try to convert their Visual Force or classic Salesforce to Lightning, and then maybe the project or application are already in Lightning but using Aura. Then with LWC to communicate with LWC and Aura, or communicate with the classic application that is Visual Force with LWC, that become difficult. Still, you can communicate between LWC component and Aura component using events also, but there is no option to communicate between Visual Force and LWC. And then, like say, you have one application whole built on Salesforce Classic. Now you want to move to Lightning or switch to Lightning. Then the only option is you have to convert all the Visual Force Visual Force based component to LWC if you need to communicate between some new component to that Visual Force page, something like that. So that's not possible. Using event also that is not feasible. So that's one of the major problem with LWC that to communicate with Aura is still fine, but there is no option to communicate with Visual Force page also. So that's now to resolve this problem, LMS is in picture. But before LMS, if you do not consider Visual Force page, you have to communicate between other components, that is LWC to LWC or LWC to Aura. There is several other options to communicate. But LMS is used mainly to communicate between the components for which there is no other option, that is for Visual Force with LWC. But using LMS, you can also communicate between LWC and Aura, LWC and LWC, all those things you can communicate also. So Lightning messaging service, nothing but a bridge to communicate or pass data between different components. When I say different components, the components may be child, parent and child, communication between parent and child, or communication between child to parent, or communication between two components without any relationship. Two separate component itself, you can communicate also. Till now, anyone, any question, anything, any
Devajita, you want to say that for to call the parent record on the child record, we have to use C
no, no,
dash
no,
dash.
no, 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 no. What I am saying now, LMS is used to communicate between different components.
Hmm.
Now the child parent child. This is I am saying that these are the different situation where we need to communicate. Now how to communicate, that is different part. So we need to communicate, maybe communicate in the sense pass the data. So there will be situation where you have to pass data from parent to child. There will be situation where you have to pass data from child to parent. There will be situation where you have to pass data from one component to another component with no relationship. These are the three different scenarios where you have to communicate. Now, what are the different ways to communicate? That is different thing. But I am trying to explain what will be the situation where you need to communicate. When you have to communicate. So these are the three main problem statements where we need something to communicate.
Got
Now, can someone tell me how to communicate from a parent to child? Say I have one parent LWC component, and then I inside that component I have one child component. Now, how I can communicate from that parent component or pass some information from that parent component to child component?
Yeah, just put like C dash dash. If the component has the caps lock letter, then we have to provide dash.
Hmm.
Otherwise, we can just write C dash dash and the component name. By the name, we can fetch the data.
Where you will send the data? That child component, how the child component will hold the data? You called your child component inside your parent component using some syntax, but you will send some information to the child component. But child component have to hold that information, right? Somewhere. So how that child component will hold that information? Anyone
We have
like
to
to?
we have to pass
Hmm?
on the event. I think I mean there will be some event function on the JS. We have to pass that record ID or something
No,
with us.
no, 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 no. That's fine. So the thing is, if you have to pass any information from parent to child, you just have to call the child LWC component, and then child LWC component, there will be some variable. You have to set or pass the values to that variable. That's it. Straightforward.
I want to say that.
Yeah. Now event comes into picture when you have to pass something from child to parent. You have to fire a event from child, and then on parent you have to handle that event. To hold the variable, then what will happen? You fire some event, and while you firing that event, you push or pass some information to that event. Now when the parent component will handle that event, they will catch that information from that event, and they will store those information in the variable of the parent event. So that's how you pass your information or data from child to parent. This we called as custom event.
Yes.
So now again, say you have two different LWC component. If you have to pass from component A to component B some information, then also you have to fire event only. One component have to fire the event, and the receiver is the component that will hold the information from the other component. They have to handle the event, right? So it's always, if you see here, all the communication, parent to child, child to parent, component A and B, everything is one to one communication only. One component will pass some variable, one component will receive some, one component will pass some information, and then another component will receive that information. It's only one to one every time, right? It's one parent to one child. It's one child to one parent. If you have to pass that information to multiple components, then you have to call multiple child components from your parent, or you have to uh, fire the event, and then multiple parents need to handle that event in order to receive uh, more than, like, communicate many to one to many, right? Do that. If you have to pass from one child, you want to pass the information to three different parent. So you have to fire the event from child, and then three different parent have to handle that event. So these all are available, and most of the cases we use this type of approach to communicate between um, different LWC components. But this LMS is also doing the same thing. Lightning messaging service is also doing the same thing. It's helping you to communicate between different components, but the approach or the process is different. Process is different in this how it's different. It's like Airtel is a mobile SIM provider, right? Network provider. Now they had different plans, right? Say they have introduced one plan. So, most of the us we use that plan, something around 1800 plan, 1 year of uh, like you will get one for next 365 days. You will able to call, you will able to use internet, you will able to send SMS, right? That is a plan. Now who will able to use that plan? Can anyone answer me? The plan that introduced by Airtel, who will able to avail that or use that plan?
Who
Anyone?
will pay the money
Who will pay the money, right? So the the
and who
consumer.
owns a Airtel SIM?
Exactly. Or yeah, not on now. If you hold a Airtel SIM, you cannot use that plan, right? You have to do something extra in order to use that plan. Correct?
Hmm.
You have to buy that plan. Or every one of you use, most of you use or spend time on OTT platforms, right?
Yeah.
So OTT platforms, it's not free, right? If you have to watch anything on OTP platform, you have to pay
Buy
something or you have to subscribe their OTT platform, right? Then only you will able to see. Now, n number of people can see those movies, shows on OTT platforms, but they all have to subscribe that, right? The moment they subscribe, they will able to view or access those OTT platforms. The moment you subscribe that Airtel plan, you will able to use that plan for next 1 year. Correct?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
LMS is also nothing but a service provider. It will provide you the service of communicate the data from one component to another component. Now who will able to use that? Again same thing, the components who will subscribe that service. There will be a LMS, a service provider. There will be component A, B, C, D, doesn't matter where are they. If they subscribe that service, they will able to communicate between each other. Say there is a LMS, lightning messaging service, and there are three different components A, B, C. If they subscribe that service, these three component A, B, C will able to communicate between each other. Anyone? Any?
Can you please repeat?
So LMS is nothing but a service.
Yeah.
Okay. So the components who are want to communicate between them, then they have to subscribe that service,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
So the component subscribe that service will able to communicate between each other. The moment the service will publish some message, and the component that subscribe that service will receive that message. So you don't have to publish any event, you don't have to handle every event, nothing. You have to just create a service called lightning messaging service, and then the components want to use that service have to subscribe that service. Then that's it. It's very straightforward. Now the the other process also doing the same thing, but with LMS you can communicate between anything, Aura to Aura or LWC to Aura, LWC to VF page, anything. So mostly when we use LWC LMS is like there are projects where they are migrating from Classic to Lightning, and then there are so many components built in Visual Force page, and they don't want to convert those Visual Force into a LWC component, but there are some components they want to communicate to, some LWC component they want to communicate. So we build LMS to communicate between LWC to uh,
Visual.
Visual Force page. Yeah. So this is the gist of LWC. Like anyone have any doubt? Then I will show you the one small demo to everyone. Clear, right?
Yes.
Yes, clear.
So it's a service. You have to subscribe that service in order to communicate, or like you can say, in order to receive, you have to use that service. You have to subscribe that. It's same, exactly same how you use your OTT platform or any network provider like Airtel, Jio, whatever it is. In order to use their plan, you have to subscribe that, right? So it's same thing. Screen share. 1 minute. I am not able to share my screen. Subhanjit,
Screen is
hello.
not showable, sir. Means not seeable. Sorry.
Yeah, I am not able to share my screen. Subhanjit, you
Yeah,
there?
click the whole screen and then share.
No, no, I'm doing that, but that share button is disabled for me.
Yes.
Sir, for me also, I think we can't share.
Maybe some permission is needed, Subhanjit.
No, no, Diva, sir, it is shareable.
It's now
Now,
shareable.
Yes, I am able to share.
No, for some reason it's
Sir,
yeah. Now I am able to share my screen. Yeah.
exact.
It's not that in order to communicate between LWC and WC you have to use LMS, but yeah, there are certain scenarios when there is no other option except LMS. But I would suggest you to, in order to communicate, use events only when there are, say, like there are 5 childs. Like there is a parent components, and inside that parent component there are 5 different components, and all those 5 components, the information or the data from those 5 components, you have to send to the parent components. If this kind of scenario, you can use LWC, like multiple child to one parent. Then in order to communicate between multiple childs to one parent, what you have to do, you have to fire 5 different events from 5 different childs, and then you have to write 5 different handler, right, to handle or to receive those information on parent. So this will become more complex. Rather, use LMS. Create one messaging service, subscribe that messaging service, and then send the data through messaging service. So only one messaging service will do your job instead of creating 5 different event and handling 5 different handler on your parent. So if only these kind of scenarios occur, then use go with LMS, or if you have to communicate between LWC and VFS, then only use LMS. In simple cases like one to one, one child information to parent and all, do not use like LMS. It's complex, and it's use only when there is no other option, or when use only when you will see, okay, if instead of using events, if I use LMS, it will be beneficial, then only, like only when it's required, then use. Okay, so this is one LWC component that I just created for to demo to you. So this is one component, and these are the subscribe and unsubscribe button, and in that component I have this. I will pass the message, whatever I will type here. If I publish, it should print here. If I publish, it's not, nothing is happening, right? Because this is this component will pass some information to this here, right? But in order to communicate, you have to, and I have to subscribe that service. Then only I will able to pass, or this component will receive the information or data or anything from this component, right? So my LMS test, I am doing publish, it's nothing happening. Now I click on subscribe, now I click on publish, it's getting the information, right? Publish, it will do. The moment I unsubscribe, so I have unsubscribed, now I'm not receiving anything. The moment I subscribe, it will start receiving. That's it. So see, this subscribe, unsubscribe button, publish button, these I have shown to you for demo only. But when you have the requirement, it's not that you have to provide these all three buttons. There can be different uh, action can be performed, and using those different action, you can subscribe, you can publish message. So these are the buttons created for demo purpose only. So I'll show you how this LMS and everything is working. Okay. Yeah. First, you have to create a lightning messaging service. When you click on new lightning messaging service, like you will have to provide a name, the API name or the master level. The description is optional. Is export means it will be exposed to, otherwise if you make it false, it will not be available for you. And the fields are nothing but like the information, the via these fields you will pass the informations. Like for me, if you go to my demo, what are the fields I have? Message to send and the source system. I'm passing two value, right? The message to send, the what is the message, and from where it is coming from, this component. So these two information I am passing. So I have created two variable. So if you want like the number of information you want to same, if you have guy, if like tell me, stop me if you are not able to understand anything, because as I said, it's a bit complex. It will be bit complex if you are not familiar with the basic understanding of LWC components, events, and all. So, like, if it is, it's being difficult for you to understand, I will suggest you to understand the events first, then understand LWC.
Because this is the I have one query, like for LWC I have to create another lightning web component, right? And for the lightning messaging service we have to same thing to do, and we have to create lightning message service.
Correct.
Okay.
You have to see. user will subscribe a plan, right? But you have to introduce this plan
Hmm.
first, correct? So this is nothing but the plan.
No, I
You
thought.
are creating a plan. Yeah. No,
I
tell
thought
me.
it will be a like lightning web component. I have to do it something in a
No, no,
lightning web
no,
component.
no, 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 no. You have to create a lightning messaging service. Okay, basically the plan, correct?
Okay.
The plan, the name of the plan, the description of the plan, and what all feature will be available on that plan. Features are nothing but the information, right?
Hmm.
Like there is no data type. It's all like you can pass anything, but you need different fields. You say on your plan you are providing only phone call and SMS. So these are the two fields. Now you also on your plan you want to include, say, okay, I will provide internet also, 10 GB of internet. So create another field, right? Something like that. So this is nothing but your service, your plan. Now you have to create a plan and you have to define what all features you are going to provide via that plan. If any component is subscribing to this plan, what they will receive, correct? Clear? Anyone it's clear to everyone what this field is?
Yes, sir.
Where is
In
actually
this, I have to
yeah,
ask one more thing.
yeah, go ahead.
I am using the Visual Studio Code, but I
Yes.
cannot see the Lightning messaging service how to create. Can you see me? I mean, can you show me how to create the Lightning message service?
Lightning messaging service on, actually I have not configured sorry, Visual Code in my message. But it will be there, just like you create LWC component, Control Shift P, you should get that option to create Lightning messaging service. In my machine, Visual Studio is not configured, so I'm using this extension. But
Okay,
this is the same. This extension is nothing but Visual Studio only, but this is online version, browser version actually. So you will get, when you type how you create your Lightning component, you shift Control Shift P, right?
yes,
Then you
if
will
you
get
get
the
Lightning
option. Same,
component, yes.
yeah, you will get the same option from there also.
I'm not getting this. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, sure. Or then I'm not sure if till now creating a messaging service is not available on. No, it's there. It should be there.
No, I just started.
Do we need to install any other pack in Visual Studio for this LMS?
Uh, I don't think so. Have you shared your screen?
Yeah, I shared. Did not visible right now.
Control Shift P.
Is it visible to you?
Yeah, I can see your screen. Yeah. SFDX. Yeah, that's fine. That will be fine. SFDX caps. SFDX colon. Yeah, create space. Lightning messaging service is not there. Why? Create a DX project. Control Shift P. Control Shift P.
Create project, right?
Mm.
Standard.
Mm. Standard or manifest, anything is fine. I have not created any LMS till date from VS Code.
So if I make a new folder, the loaded time will be bigger than that. It take big time to load for my laptop. So, sir, I will first.
Yeah.
I will just call you, and if there is any problem, I will ask you. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. We can connect, but you can use that same. I'm using that tool,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Extension. You can use that too. But
I
I'm
have to
assuming
go
why
through
it's
on
not
YouTube.
there.
I will see some videos on YouTube.
Yeah. You can use that. Probably you have to install something.
Yeah, I think there will be some extension of Lightning message.
Maybe.
Depending on Devajita, can there is any trailhead regarding this?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
definitely there. There will be tailets. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to the code I was. One minute. Where is my screen? So yeah, now you created your LMS is created, right? This is the syntax message channel hyphen meta dot xml, right? So this is ready. Now the components have to subscribe to this channel. So for that, we will create one LWC component. As I have provided different buttons to subscribe. So this is the button to this is the button for subscribe. This is the unsubscribe button, and this is the publish message button. So that's it. So now I will go to different JS methods. So these are the events that I am using to subscribe and unsubscribe. You can, depending on requirement, you can build subscribe or unsubscribe, right? So subscribe. How to subscribe? How to subscribe? Yeah. Before you subscribe, you have to import this messaging channel first, right? Publish, subscribe. These are the different components of a messaging service. So you have to import this: publish, subscribe, unsubscribe, create message context, release message context. These you have to implement, and then the messaging channel you have created, that you have to import like this: Salesforce slash messaging channel, that your messaging channel name. So this is the sample. MC is the will hold your messaging channel service information here. Now you have to use this variable to subscribe and unsubscribe. If I go to my subscribe message, you will see subscription. Subscription equals to subscribe. Just this method is imported from this uh, service, right? On in the subscribe method, you have to just pass the subscription, the messaging channel name. That's it. And then on unsubscribe, you have to nullify the subscription variable. That's it. And then the moment you publish, you will just get the message from your uh, subscription variable. So these are the two main line of code, and then you have to use these methods, or methods you can say, within your code to subscribe and unsubscribe. Like it's when you it's very it looks very simple with respect to events, but in backend it's bit complex. So that is why I was suggesting that not to use LMS. Only use LMS when there is no other option, or like there are multiple child's information you have to send it to parent, then only use LMS. Otherwise, go with event and handle event. Hello?
Devajit, just can you please scroll up
Yeah. Which line?
on the lightning just export part, export default class. Yeah. Line number 5, because the export default class lightning component demo, it is the lightning class extend lightning element. Okay.
This is normal. This
Oh,
is
this is
nothing to
document.
do. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about the line number 3.
Line number 3 is this my message channel underscore C, nothing but my
Lightning message component, right?
component I have created. Yeah, here you
Okay.
go. This is my name, right? It's underscore C. The name, the master label, then underscore C.
We have to call that first. Okay.
Yes, you have to create the messaging channel, then you have to import that messaging channel in your component where you want to subscribe the service.
Oh, it is a little bit clear now.
Yeah. Do one thing, create two, like these codes are available online also, right? So just create two lightning component and try to write these codes, then you will understand it.
Can you please explain the constructor method and the super method?
These are, ignore these, but these are not needed. That's
Okay.
fine. Main, these publish, subscribe, answer. Check these three methods.
Okay.
This is publish. Here I am calling this publish method, right? This is my method. This is my customer which I have called from my HTML. When I clicked on publish, this method was called, right? The moment it's called, it will go to this method. Then the it will publish the message from the subscriber. The message you have passed, correct? During subscribe, when you click subscribe, I have subscribed from and then pass the message that I have typed here. The message, then I clicked on publish. It's published here. So this is publish. This is subscribe, and this is unsubscribe. That's it.
Okay, I understand this, but I have to do it in my own hand.
Yeah. So it's not possible to understand everything. I just, so from this call, what will give, you will get an idea, but to understand it clearly, you have to use it. And like you, I guess Subhajit, they can reach out to me, right? If when they will try to build this example on their own, you can reach out to me. You
Okay.
can get the number from Subhajit and you can ping me. I will guide you. Like if you are facing any issues,
I will
like
definitely fix some problem.
go back, go find a trailhead and try to implement that on your own. But again, do not try this until and unless you are understanding the event and custom event properly. It will be very difficult for you to understand. First, get the idea of event, custom event, the normal way of communicating between components. Then come to this. Create a component, parent and child component, and then using event, pass some information from child to parent. First, do that hands on. Once that is done, once you are you are clear about that process of communication, then use LWC to pass information from child to parent. If you do this, then only you will understand it clearly. Otherwise, it will be difficult.
No, I do this 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. No, only doing this, it will not be clear. The concept will not be clear to you.
No. I do the like child to parent and parent to child
Yes.
relation. How to talk about it.
Yeah.
And last class, Deep sir taught us on pagination. In the pagination, he provides a custom event like pagination event, and we have to send the data to parent to child.
Correct. So same thing you can do using LMS also. Right. I think if there is no other query for now, you can close the call. But yeah, try it on your own. And if you have any doubts, any query, we can connect again. Like you can reach out to me.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks everyone.
Thank you.